Welcome in, everybody. You are listening to 88.3 FM WXOU. This is the Golden Grizzlies pregame show, hosted by yours truly, the sports director, Harjun Buttar. Thank you for joining me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting set to broadcast Oakland taking on Eastern Michigan in Ypsilanti. Yes, we are sending a road team. Justin Sheapperd and Joey Hayes will be on the call for that one. Let's get into some of this action. Oakland comes into this game brandishing two straight losses, the first to Purdue Fort Wayne in what Coach Greg Campy called, quote, the best performance by a team coming into this gym. Purdue Fort Wayne shot an unbelievable percentage from beyond the arc and scored almost 100 points on the Golden Grizzlies' vaunted defense. The second game was on Wednesday against the Toledo Rockets here at the OU Credit Union Arena. Oakland fell by 1 point off a last-second miss by Trey Townsend in a game where they just couldn't get out of the gates hot enough to put the game away early. A combination of turnovers and fouls doomed the Grizzlies early. Now they're hoping for revenge and their first win in 3 games against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Last time the Oakland Golden Grizzlies faced the Eastern Michigan Eagles was here at the OU Credit Union Arena. Number 1 prospect in the nation, Imani Bates, was in town, so it was a spectacle to see. Oakland came away with the win 92-90 in an overtime thriller. Meanwhile, the Eastern Michigan Eagles have been having their fair share of struggles. They just came off of a win over Division II Lake Superior State, but before that they lost to Summit League North Dakota 72-70. They scraped by Metro Series rival Detroit Mercy 76-72, so they've been coming off some close shaves. Hopefully they can put one away early against the Grizzlies here tonight. Tip-off is at 7. We'll get you going with the action from the George Gervin Game Above Center in Ypsilanti. Thank you for tuning in to 88.3 FM WXOU. Justin Sheapperd and Joey Hayes will be on the call. I'll be here in the studio for your halftime and postgame show. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU.
Good evening, everybody. You are now tuning in to 88.3 FM WXOU Radio based in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Today we are here at the George Gervin Game Above Center on the Ben Braun Court for the men's basketball game of the EMU Eagles versus the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. And I'm Joey Hayes here on play-by-play alongside Justin Sheapperd on color. And what could be expected from this game, Justin?
Well, today we have an excellent matchup between, like you say, Eastern and Oakland. This matchup goes back from a long time ago. In the past 19 matchups, Eastern has been dominating 11-8, and tonight we're hoping that Oakland can pull out a win tonight and boost their record from above 500 to a 6-5 record. Kind of excited for tonight. We're looking at Eastern Michigan. They're first in the MAC conference. We like that. 5-3, winning their last matchup to Lake Superior, 68-53. Tyson Akuf, their leading scorer, averaging about 23 points per game. Recently, along the Eastern Eagles, they've been four of their players have been averaging double-digit points in the last 4 games. That is kind of surprising, considering the fact that Tyson Akuf is their leading scorer at 23 points per game. I'm sorry. Tonight, we're just looking for a very high intense matchup tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, Justin. And as we get the players here, we have our starting lineup for the EMU Eagles being called currently. Good number of people here in the Ben Braun Court as we get ready to start this basketball matchup. Here for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies lineup, we have Jack Golke, we have Chris Conway, my apologies. We have Isaiah Jones, Rocket Watts, and here's Trey Townsend. As we get The EMU Eagles called. First up for the Eagles is number... My apologies. Number 21, so Matt Martinov. The 6, Julius Ellerby. You know, as we move forward in this game, I think that Oakland definitely wants to bury this game to the ground and make sure that they do not start this losing streak, because the last 2 games have been a loss, of course, against Purdue Fort Wayne and Toledo University Toledo, and 5-5 right now. We definitely don't want to go to that 5-6 number and have EMU go to that 6-3 number.
And yeah, you made a great point. Last Wednesday, Oakland faced off at Toledo, and it was a very great game. Oakland lost, unfortunately, to 69-68. But some key things we can take away from that game, right? So when we look at the box score, you know, everybody likes the box score, so let's look at that. So Oakland went 7 for 7 for free throws versus Toledo, they went 15 for 17. Again, they all shot the same considerably well. Both teams shooting just above 40%. Both teams shooting above 80% free throw-wise percentages, getting just about enough, getting the same amount of rebounds offensively and defensively, getting the same amount of assists, steals. So again, it was a very tightly contested game. But in the end, when you give up twice the amount of free throws, it's kind of hard to pull that win out, and that's what we saw with Oakland. Hopefully we can see something different tonight as Tyson the Cuff gets the ball off the tip.
Tyson the Cuff moving down the court here. Those are number 44 on the Eagles. With number 6. Back to number 6, going down deep in the paint. Throws it outside, number 22, over to 44. 44 with the shot, and that's the first 3 to start off the game for the Eagles. Gave up that shot right there. That was Arnio Sonchik.
Yeah, it seems like Oakland went out of that zone that we're so used to seeing early on in the season that we saw. It seems like Oakland went out of that, and it looked like they're playing man-to-man matchup as Rocket Watts steps out of bounds for the first turnover of the game.
Here we have Tyson the Cuff moving down the court. Throws it over to Yusuf Jihad. Over to Soniak. Back to a Cuff. Cuff trying to find a man to throw to, trying to get deep in the paint there. Ball's thrown out of bounds.
Like Ellerby, wow, I don't know where he was throwing that to, but that was a bad pass. I don't know who was going to get that.
Purposely threw it out of bounds, it looked like there. Rocket Watts with the ball moving on the nameplate here. The left side of the court. It's the paint. Looking for a man to throw to. Throws it over to Townsend. Townsend with the handoff to Golke. Golke gets intercepted by a Cuff, and a Cuff with the attempted layup. It's not there.
Yeah, it seemed like Townsend there was trying to give him the scoop handoff off the DHO action, and Golke couldn't just handle the ball, and first they came from a turnover, and the Cuff is getting 2 shots at the free throw line.
Cuff for the first free throw of the game here. Dribbles the ball. Puts it up. And it's in the net. 4 points for the Eagles. To Oakland 0.
Yeah, as we saw with Tyson the Cuff, he scored 23-plus points in each of his last 5 games. And, one thing about a Cuff, he's one of the top 7 players in the nation shooting with 23 points or more per game. And, with their leading scorer, they're expecting him to contribute a lot to tonight.
The second shot was good. Now we have the Grizzlies over in Eastern Territory. A shot misses by Rocket Watts. Eastern now has the ball. 5-0, favoring the Eagles. Over in the corner, Eagles throw it over in the middle of the paint. Intercepted there by Conway. Conway throws it to Townsend. Townsend moving down the court. Moving right down the paint. The layup. And it's good. Nice first 2 points there for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
Nice right hook shot by Townsend.
A Cuff with the ball. Middle of the court here. Throws it Jihad. Throws it back to a Cuff. Throws it back to a Jihad. Over to Ellerby. Ellerby with the ball. Looking to move in. Throws it over to number 2, Jihad. Quick pass to a Cuff. A Cuff with the pass over to Ellerby. Ellerby throws it over to number 44. And that's a missed shot. Townsend out the ball. Throws it over to Rocky Watts. Rocky Watts moving down the court currently. Throws it over to Isaiah Jones. Over to Golke. Golke with the ball with a quick pass to Townsend. Townsend moving deeper in the paint with the shot. It's off. And then it's picked up. And Isaiah Jones with the quick layup off that.
Way to stay on top of it by Isaiah Jones. Great defensive awareness to know where the ball was and that the offensive man wasn't looking enough and got the steal and the layup.
You know, during the Purdue game, the coach was talking about ball watching in that Purdue game that Oakland was suffering from. I see that they've taken some initiative when they see the ball rolling around there. Rocky Watts with the ball. Throws it out over Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones trying to move down the paint here. Throws it over to Townsend on the left-hand side, and that's a whistle blown.
Calling an offensive foul on Townsend there. Didn't really get a chance to see what the call was stemmed from, but the ref saw something that we just didn't see. We got Isaiah Jones picking up. Looks like they're running in a 1-2-2 zone.
We have Cuff over to Ellerby. Ellerby over to number 21. 21 with the shot. It's off. In the hands of Golke. Over to Rocky Watts. Rocky Watts moving down the court over to Golke on the left-hand side. Whistle's blown.
Looks like they were calling a call on Martinov there and grabbed the wrist of Conway there.
That'll be a passing ball for Rocket Watts. So he passes it into. Passes it over to Golke. Golke with a shot. And that first three for the Golden Grizzlies. You know, we've been calling him a sniper.
Yeah, Golke had 4 threes last game against Toledo. And he knocks it down his first one. 1-1 for the night.
Cuff on the Eagles. Throws it over to Ellerby. Ellerby almost on the right wing side of the Golden Grizzlies. And that is a that's a blown whistle.
Called a travel there on Ellerby there. Took too many steps there, my guy.
You know what they would say there in the arena? You cannot do that. Rocket Watts moving down middle of the court, looking for a man to pass it to. Pass it over to Townsend. Townsend, quick pass to Golke. Golke with a shot in the corner. And it's good. That is his second three of the game.
A back-to-back three by Golke. Again, 6 points right there.
Score is now 10-7. Now favoring Oakland, their first lead of the game. Over to Ellerby. Ellerby with the ball. Throws it over to Martinov. Over to number 22, Jihad. And Jihad with the three. It's now all tied up. 10-10. Rocket Watts with the ball. Right on the face plate of the Ben Braun court. Pushes down the middle. Quick layup. And that's good.
It's a nice, tough, aggressive layup by Rocket Watts there. Taking it right into the chest.
12-10 here, favoring the Golden Grizzlies. We have a Cuff. Throws it over to number 6. Jihad with the ball. Throws it over. Rocket Watts with the rebound off that. We have Townsend with the ball. Over to Isaiah Jones. Over to Rocket Watts. Over to Golke. Golke trying to find some space to shoot. Over back to Rocket Watts, who's now on the nameplate of Rocket Watts. Trying to find a man to pass it to. Throws it over to Chris Conway. Chris Conway with the layup. And it's taken by the Eagles.
Conway had a great positioning there on Jihad there, but just couldn't finish.
Absolutely. You have a Cuff with the ball. Met up with Rocket Watts. Now trying to find a man to throw it to. Throws it over to Soniak. Number 21 with the ball now. Martinov. Trying to find someone to throw to. Throws it back over to a Cuff. Looked like a travel from our eyes.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can't just throw it to nobody and then pick it up. Like, you can't just do that. And the ref finally just didn't see it. Oh, that's crazy.
Rocket Watts with the ball. Now moving over to the left wing of the Eagles territory. Throws it over. Chris Conway, and that's a whistle blown. And that will be our first media timeout. You know, through this game, I mean, it's been a pretty back and forth kind of game. You know, Jack Kolke with those 2 threes.
Yeah, Jack hit those 2 threes. Again, he had 4 in the last game against Toledo. Unfortunately, they lost by 1, but he's starting red hot tonight, and he's 2 for 2 from the field, showing great poise out there. Looks like offensively what Oakland is trying to do is get the ball deep down into Chris Conway. He's fighting for excellent position. He's boxing his man out. He's fighting for excellent position. Oakland has to look down there to get those passes and trust the fact that Chris Conway will have him sealed for enough. He can grab the ball, do a little shimmy, possibly get a hook shot get a hook shot in, get a layup, or draw the foul. And that's what they've been doing. It's 2 fouls right now on Martinov. Conway has been doing a great job aggressively. Again, being aggressive is going to win games, and that's what Chris Conway is doing right now. And we love to see it. And hopefully, we can foul out Martinov, or it seems like their coaching is going to pull him out a little bit early. But Chris Conway has to keep up the intensity, and he's going to get his reps. He's going to get his shots going. It's just going to take a little time there. Wow, I thought the cheerleaders there were about to throw a little soap bar at me there for a second.
Chris Conway there being the big man in the paint.
Right.
Sure does a good job of making sure that ball is not in the hands of the Eagles.
Yeah,
at least in the start of this game.
Right. One thing about the on paper, again, Oakland is undersized against Eastern. Again, it's going to come down to Oakland's athletic abilities, quickness, and their tenacity, and just being flat out smart with the ball. That's going to win this game tonight. They're looking to snap the 2-game losing streak that they lost to Purdue Fort Wayne, and they also took a loss to Toledo, as we mentioned on Wednesday. So they're just going to have to play with a different pace of basketball, a different brand of basketball here tonight.
I agree. As we near the end of this media timeout, you got players back on the court. It's like
Nabila Rula just subbed right into the game.
Looks like Lampman is also subbed into the game, coming into his second game after injury here.
Yeah, he had 14 points last game against Toledo, so he looked pretty good in his first game back. So let's see what he can do tonight.
Seeing Lampman back here is definitely a good thing for the Grizzlies. The coach is saying that could be really bad if he doesn't come back. Townsend here, moving deep into the paint, throws it over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with the shot. It's off into the hands of a cuff. A cuff moving down the center of the court. And the face play here. Looking for a man to pass to. Throws it over to number 44. Over to Jihad. Over to McGriff. Back over to a cuff. Cuff with the ball. Over to McGriff. McGriff trying to find him, man. They cannot get in the paint here, it looks like.
Yeah, Oakland's playing a great 2-3 zone is where it looks like they're blocking off, bumping the man that comes in the middle.
And we had Jeter with the ball. Jeter with a good 2 there.
Yeah, you let the ball get in the middle, and Eastern there made you pay.
It's now all tied up, 12-12. Ball is now in Townsend's hands, moving deep into the paint. That's a whistle blown. A foul.
Yeah, that was a good aggressive take by Townsend there. Defensively, what we saw in that last possession with Oakland right here on defense, they let the ball get right in the middle. They were doing a great job early on, bumping that man, not getting the ball in here. They just so happen to slip up, make a mistake, as most teams do, to get the ball there. And you can't let the ball get in the middle in the zone because that really collapses the defense there. When you collapse the defense, the person in the middle has many options. You can kick out to the wing, kick out back top, and got the ball there. He kept it, and he made the jump shot. And right now, Eastern is down 1, 13-12, but 13-15 in the first, as the cuff brings the ball up to DQ Cole.
Yeah, missed shot off the field goal for Townsend. Over to number 44. Back over to number 4. And they had to Martinov. Ball throws it over to McGriff. McGriff throws it over to number 4. Jeter misses the ball. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, that was great defense. Again, they still let the ball get in the middle. But it was overall great defense. Way to recover back and shift the dynamic to throw a wacky pass out of bounds again by another wacky turnover by Eastern.
You have the ball now. The Grizzlies possession. Townsend with the ball now in the middle of the court. Trying not to let the ball get out of bounds there. Goalkeeper with the ball. Trying to find a man to throw to. Throws it over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with the ball. Pushing over to the paint. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and it's good for 2.
Good shot by DQ Cole. Stay poised with 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
McGriff with the ball. Directing traffic here. Number 3. Throws it over. And that's Townsend's ball. Townsend with the interception, and that's a slam dunk for Townsend.
Again, great defense. Great anticipation by Townsend there to get the steal. And it led to an ultimate good dunk.
Now we have a Cuff with the ball. Moving down the court, 17-12, favoring the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. McGriff with the ball, with a shot. It's off. Now in the hands of DQ Cole. DQ Cole moving. Throws it over to Lampman for his first possession of the game. Over to Golke. Golke over to Lampman. Lampman trying to push down in the paint. Lampman looking for a man to throw it to. Lampman throws it over to Golke. Golke moving. Throws it over to Lampman. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Lampman with a shot, and it's off.
Yeah, that was a great anticipation by Lampman to recognize that you had about 6 seconds left on the shot clock there. Went to work, drawed the foul. Again, Eastern thought it wasn't a foul. It looked like it was a clean poke to me, but again, we'll take that. And it looks like they're going to send Lampman to the line there.
Players over the sideline congregating here.
We've seen a great matchup so far. Defensively, Oakland has been matching up with anything that Eastern's been throwing at them. The ball's getting into the middle just a little bit too much for Oakland's liking. A little bit, as you can see it in Coach Campy's frustration right now with Oakland. But offensively, they've been doing great. They've been trying to get the ball in the middle. They just got to continue to try to get the ball, getting the ball down low, so you can get those easy points. But again, nevertheless, they're doing a great job attacking the bigger team of Eastern Michigan. Again, big teams, you can draw a lot of fouls on big teams. Why? Because they're not really as fast, they're not quick, not agile enough. You're prone enough to get those foul calls because of those long, lengthy arms and whatnot. You just got to play your style of basketball, and they're doing a really great job right now of doing that. And that's why they have the lead right now, 17-12 with 11:29 right now left in the first.
Absolutely. Point leaders right now, Jack Golke with 6 and Arnia Soniak with 5. After seeing a lot of how we've been playing this game, I could definitely see an improvement here from last games. As we sat down in the press conference with Campy, he was saying that he would not change a thing about his team. He said that just take this loss and just move forward with it and just get better from that loss. But to say, even though it is an excuse, they were playing 3 games that week. And for an athlete, that could be fatiguing.
Yeah, that is pretty tiring for an athlete, playing 3 games in a week. But, again, we're college athletes here, and it's okay. And those losses like that are bound to happen many times throughout their young collegiate careers. And we just hope that today, they can bounce back from that loss and get back into the winning side of things here.
They have Lampman up to the stripe. Lampman with the free throw, and it's good for the number 1.
Lampman's been looking pretty good, for his first few minutes on the court. This is being his second game back. We don't know how active he's been in practice, if they're allowing him to be full contact or partial contact there, at least as Lampman just missed one from the line there. But he's been looking really sharp right now.
Absolutely. We have a Cuff with the ball. Throws it over to Ellerby. Ellerby pushes it over to Billingsley. Billingsley with the ball. Looking to pass it over to number 4. Pass it all the way over to number 6. 6 with the shot. And it's taken by the Golden Grizzlies. Townsend with the ball. Throws over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with the ball now. Looking on the face play here. Moves over. Passes to Lampman. Lampman with the ball. Quick pass over back to DQ Cole. DQ Cole looking to put it up. Naivalurua looking to fight for the ball. And that's called.
Off of the need there of Naivalurua. It seemed like DQ Cole took it just a little too far where he put himself in danger there, putting himself right under the basket there and, trying to make that pass right through 2 defenders that are coming in to trap him to Naivalurua, and it just went off Naivalurua's knee, and unfortunately there was a cost of turnover there. But defensively, DQ Cole and Lampman, kind of having a little miscommunication there on defense. They'll pick it up. They'll pick it up again. It's Lampman's second game back, so, he's adjusting to the style of play that, Coach Campy is implementing into the system. So, he'll get it. So they're talking it out right now as we see. So hopefully this possession right here, we come up with a steal, get an easy dunk, boost the morale of the team right now.
A Cuff with the ball right now near the paint corner here. Throws it over to number 1. Goes back over to Cuff. Those are number 15. Derek Pranger over. And the whistle's blown.
Ellerby is fouled. And I think
Foul
the foul was on Rocket Watts there. I guess he must have bumped him with his hip or blocking foul there.
Be passing ball for a Cuff. Cuff over at Ellerby. Back over to a Cuff. A Cuff with the shot. And it's off. And the whistle's blown.
Fouled him right in the corner. Yeah, you can't. You got to just put the hand up on a Cuff there. Like I said, earlier in the broadcast, he's one of 7 players, averaging over 23 points per game right now in the nation right now. And, 3-point percentage-wise, he's almost 41% from the field there. You just have to put the hand up and, play. It was great defensive contest by DQ Cole, but, again, the ref saw something else. Maybe it was contact on the arm there as a Cuff knocked down his first free throw.
We have a Cuff with the second shot here. And the second shot sunk.
His jumper's looking really nice tonight.
Well, my apologies. That was the first shot. Second shot lined up here. Puts it up. And it's good for the second. Score now 18-15, favoring the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Rocket Watts with the ball, pushing down the court. Rocket passes it over to Lampman. Lampman slides it over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones pushes it over to Conway. Conway pushing into the paint. Trying to find a man to pass it to, but he's double-teamed. Those are DQ Cole. Pass over to Watts. Pass over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones here in the corner on the right-hand side. That'll be a whistle blown.
All right, we got 6. Oh, okay. All right, clock will reset. Thought they were going to leave 6 seconds left on the clock, but I guess it was a kick ball out on the Eagles there.
The ball is now going to be in the hands of Rocket Watts for the passing ball. Rocket Watts pass it over to Lampman. Lampman with the ball. Over on the right wing. Pushes it in the paint. Slides it over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones with a missed layup.
Oh, smoky.
Isaiah Jones takes it back. Steals it back. Rocket Watts with a shot. And it's a wide open 3.
Rocket Watts talking to the crowd. Talk to me nice.
21 to Eagles 15. A Cuff with the ball. Pass it over number 1. Pass it over. And it's took back by number 1. Number 1 throws it over to number 15. Pranger with a shot. And it's off. Rocket Watts now with the ball. Rocket Watts pushing down the court. Over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole sliding through. Looks to put it up. It's off. Now in the hands of Jalen Billingsley. Pass it over to Cuff. A Cuff now with the ball. Trying to find a man to direct it to. Push deep in the paint. Throws it over to Billingsley. Billingsley with the shot. It's off. Now in the hands of DQ Cole. Over to Rocket Watts. Rocket Watts. The attempted layup. He got hit hard there. Down on the ground.
He got hit across his face there. But it was a great take. Great aggressive take. A Cuff just so happened to, I guess, swipe him across the eye there. But that was a great aggressive take by Rocket Watts.
Looking at the review footage. Seemed to have his other player's arm hit him in the face there. That would be a free throw for Rocket Watts. Rocket Watts lined up on the stripe now. Crowd's being loud here. Trying to make some noise. So he doesn't get the shot. Throws up the shot, and it's good. That'll be 22-15. Gets another shot here. Referee looking to pass the ball. Pass it over to Watts. Watts dribbles the ball. Puts it up. It's good for the number 2 on that free throw. That'll be passing ball for number 4, Legend Jeter.
Looks like Arnia Soniak is coming back into the game right there.
Yeah, Jeter pass it over to Cuff. A Cuff with the ball, moving on the court slowly but surely. Moving, but Matt throws it over to number 44. Pass it to McGriff. McGriff throws it over to a Cuff with a shot, and it's off. Now in the hands of Conway, throws it over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole over to Watts. Watts with a shot. Missed 3 there. Conway and McGriff looked to fight for the ball, but the ball went out of bounds in the end there.
Yeah, Jones there with the hustle to try to save the ball, but again, we've seen an excellent hustle and great defense by Isaiah Jones and great offense all-around game, honestly, by Isaiah Jones. He's been playing great tonight so far.
And what I've noticed about the Eagles is that these rebounds have been killing them. These steals have been killing them.
Yeah, again, Oakland's doing a great job. You know, when the ball's getting into the middle, it looks like they're getting a hand right into the middle. Jones misses his 3 there, but they've been doing a great job defensively, getting their hands right in the middle where the ball is supposed to be.
Nonetheless, that was a great pass by Rocket Watts over in the corner.
It was.
DQ Cole now with the ball, throws it over to Watts. Watts moving on the right, on the left wing side of Eagles territory. Pass over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with the ball over to Conway. Or over to Jones, my apologies. Over to Conway. Conway almost loses touch of the ball. Conway pushes over into the paint. Pass over to Rocket Watts. Rocket Watts looking for a man. Puts it up, and it's off.
Great hustle by DQ Cole to get the offensive rebound.
Pass over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones with a wide open shot, and that is a 3 for Oakland.
Great, and the timeout called by Eastern there. Again, Isaiah Jones having a lot of time there to line up the 3 ball. Splashes it right in. Again, we've seen a lot of great defense coming from Oakland. Defensively, Oakland has been putting their hands, like I was saying, in the passing lane, getting their hands on the ball there. You know, put your hands in the cookie jar, you may come out with a cookie. Sometimes you might come out with a mousetrap on your finger. But this time, they've been coming out with plenty of cookies. That's been leading to excellent possessions on offense, you know, leading to transition 3s, a lot of free throws coming in. And again, that's why they have an 11-point lead right now. You know, we've seen a lot of great defense. And offensively, what we've seen from Oakland is just running their style of basketball. You know, they're not rushing. It seems like every time Oakland dishes it down low to Conway there, it seems like Eastern's game plan is to send another man down there to double him to kick it out. Again, somebody is open. If you double somebody, chances are somebody is open. So, and Oakland's been taking advantage of those opportunities being there. Again, they've been just hitting them. And it's been an excellent game all around by Oakland.
Yeah, definitely some improvement I've seen from Oakland side. Making sure that pretty much doing the opposite of ball watching here. They're taking their advantages. They're taking any sort of ball or non-possession of the ball to just grab it up and make sure that they have possession of it. These steals have been killing the Eagles so far. And if the Oakland wants to secure this win, I believe they're on the right track.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job offensively and defensively right now against Eastern, you know. So hopefully we can keep this up for the rest of the night. Again, 6-5. Again, we're still continuing the campaign of the longest tenured D1 basketball coach, Coach Campy. So add another win, put him above 500 before we head into finals week. And after finals week, we look forward to coming back and starting the second half of the season. And possibly we can go to the championship. You know, that's always a strong possibility. That's always a possibility when you're playing basketball or any sport it is, going to the championship. And right now it looks like they're playing championship-style basketball.
Absolutely. Quick word here, WXOU shows here. The Joe Mo Show, Thursdays 6 to 7 p.m. Your home for all Oakland sports and beyond on 88.3 FM. The Joe Mo Show features weekly coverage of Golden Grizzly NCAA and club sports, as well as the Detroit Lions in the NFL. with interviews each week and everybody involved in athletics, from athletics to coaches to staff and even broadcasters. Listen Thursdays at 6 or at any time on YouTube and Spotify. Just search The Giomo Show. And we have players getting on the court here.
Like Andre Polk checked in. Andre Polk, Golke, Watts, Townsend, and Isaiah Jones are the 5 on the court right now for Oakland. So I like this matchup right here for Oakland. Let's see what offensively and defensively right now is. Akuf brings the ball up and passes it over to Asoniak.
Asoniak with the ball now. Pass it over to Jihad. Over to Ellerby. Ellerby. Pass it over to back to Akuf. Pass over back to Ellerby. Ellerby goes over to Billingsley. Billingsley with the shot. Mid-paint. And it's off. Now with Isaiah Jones with possession.
That 2-3 zone right there by Oakland. Again, they've been doing a great job hounding Eastern, just making them cough up the ball. And that's what they've been doing right now. And we love to see it.
That pass was over to Golke. It looked like he got fouled there. And that will be passing ball from Rocket Watts to a fellow Grizzly, to be determined. Looks like it's going to try to go over to Townsend. Townsend with the ball now. Back over to Rocket Watts. Rocket Watts in the corner with the 3. And rings out. Now in the hands of Billingsley. Billingsley over to Akuf. Rocket Watts deep in Eagles territory still. Chasing down Akuf here. Akuf with the ball. Akuf trying to get around Watts here. Double team with Townsend over to Jihad. Jihad with the shot. And that is a good 3 by Jihad.
It seems like every time Akuf brings the ball up, the first thing Oakland's plan is to ice Akuf when he comes off the screen or even just bringing the ball up. They're just sending another man just to get the ball out of his hands, letting another person kill him. Over
to Isaiah Jones. Now in the paint of the Eagles territory, Rocket Watts. Over to Townsend. Townsend looking to kick it over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones with a layup, and it's good for Isaiah Jones.
Good pass by Townsend. Found a seam right there. It looked like a little bit Magic Johnson there with that little pass right there.
Now the score, 28-18, a 10-point lead that the Grizzlies have right now. Kicks it over. 44, Soniak. Over to Billingsley. Billingsley in the corner. Trying to run it up. And that is a good layup by Billingsley.
Yeah, that was a very tough layup right there by Billingsley.
28-20 here, favoring the Golden Grizzlies. Isaiah Jones now with the ball. Runs over the left wing side. Over to Townsend. Pushing over down the middle. Ball's lost out of hands. Now in the hands of Rocket Watts. Being passed over from Polk. Now Rocket Watts pushing down the middle. Ball's taken by Billingsley. Over to Cuff. The Cuff misses the shot. Now in the hands of Townsend. Townsend over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones just slowly down. Rocket Watts with the ball here. Pushing over to Townsend. Townsend over in the middle of the paint. Puts it up with a layup. It's missed, but taken back. And now it's taken back by the Eagles. A Cuff with the ball. Pushing down the center here. A Cuff pushes it over to Ellerby. Ellerby over to Billingsley. Billingsley over to number 44. 44 with a shot, and it's off. It looked like Townsend lost his footing there, almost tripped. Quite have any sort of momentum to get the ball there.
Looks like Rocker Watson and Andre Polk being subbed out by Lampman and Conway there.
You have Lampman with the ball. Lampman pushing down the court. Looking to direct traffic here. Pass it over to Townsend. Townsend being guarded. Over to Golke. Quick pass. And that will be a foul called on Golke. No, that would be
foul called on Jeter. I think it was a foul call, number 4. Jeter there. Again, it's been a great game offensively and defensively from both teams. Offensively, Oakland's just been killing it. Everybody's getting a touch of the ball. Everybody's getting their field. Everybody's getting into their spots. And that's ultimately what you like to see. When everybody gets their fair share involved, it's kind of hard to contain just one person if you're relying on one person to score the ball. And we like that. And keep this up. Again, they're up 8 right now with 3:57 left in the first. Again, Oakland right now shooting 40% from 3. That's really good. 45% shooting just from the field in general. Again, that's very good. Almost 50% there. You can't ask for any better numbers to start the first half.
I agree.
And defensively, Oakland's just been doing a great job. Eastern's just been coughing the ball up, and we'll take that. Again, we'll take any opportunity we can to get more points on the board, get more fouls. Again, you need more fouls, and more fouls. The more fouls you get, the more free throws you get, which are the most easiest points there that we can get. Eastern just hasn't found a way to stop Oakland, and I'm all here for it.
Absolutely. You know, Oakland here with a good lead right here, nearing the end of the first half. It's a friendly competition here on the court.
Got the kids putting on the, what's that?
The jerseys.
The big jerseys. Yeah, the WXOU jerseys there.
We have a word here. Be sure to be tuned in all season long for extended coverage of Golden Grizzlies athletics. WXOU is proud to be working with some of the finest managers, coaches, technical staff, and players that the NCAA has to offer. Continued support by you, the fans, help us become better media and more refined representation of young athletes living their dreams. From where we started this past October to where we are now, 88.3 FM continues to grow in its outreach. After that,
this little 6-year-old boy has his XXL basketball shorts on. This is too crazy. The shorts is just as tall as him.
You have the players getting back on the court. It'll be a free throw for Golke.
Again, I like the lineup Coach Campy has decided to go with. Going with Townsend, Jones, Conway, Lampman, and Golke again. You got your two shooters in Lampman and Golke out there. Again, you got your facilitator out in Townsend. You got the two big guys, Conway and Jones, out there. You know, so I like Coach Campy's decision to decide to go big for the last 4 minutes of this half.
And Golke makes his 2 free throws there. Now we have a Cuff pushing down the court here. A Cuff passes it over to Ellerby. Kicks over to Billingsley. Passes it over to number 15, Asonian. Over to number 22, over to Lampman. Lampman here. Quick pass to Golke. Quick pass to Lampman. Lampman met with number 15, Derek Pranger. We have number 4, Townsend. The ball's lost there. Grabbed up by Billingsley. Pushed over to Ellerby. Ellerby with the layup, and that's good for Ellerby.
Yeah, Townsend just tried to force the pass there, and it just wasn't there, and unfortunately it cost him 2 points.
Townsend with the ball. Isaiah Jones. It's a ball, quick pass to him. Isaiah Jones trying to push away around Pranger. Townsend now with the ball. Over to Lampman. Lampman. We're on the court. Quick pass over to Conway. Conway. Pass it over to Townsend. Townsend with a quick layup. And it's good for Townsend.
Yeah, that was a great elbow to the chest there by Townsend to be able to win the defender there and to get that hook shot there.
That'll be a 10-point lead by the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, 32-22. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game, folks. Or left in this half, folks. We have Billingsley with the ball over in Grizzly paint. Whistle blown.
It's like Conway there was trying to body with Billingsley there, and ref saw a little too much contact there and blew the whistle. The Cuff is going to be taking it up from under bounds there.
Cuff looking to pass it to Eagle. Oh, Ellerby for the passing ball for the Eagles here. Ellerby looking to pass it in. Looking to pass it over. Pass it over to Jihad. Jihad had to run far down the court there, looked like. A Cuff got the ball in the face play here.
Isaiah Jones.
Trying to get around Isaiah Jones. That's a whistle blown. foot was on the line. Coach said.
Like Coach Camper yelling at Jones there to stay in front of a cuff there. Being too handsy there. And the ref saw the foul and blew the whistle.
We have a cuff here for the passing. Cuff looking to pass it over. Pass it over to Jihad. Back to a cuff. A cuff over the ball. Runs it over on the right-hand side. Layup, quick layup. And it's off. Looks like he got swatted by either Lampman or Golke there. I believe it was Lampman.
That was good defense by Lampman. Again, Lampman's been looking really good to come back from his second game. Again, I don't know what he's been doing, but he's been looking really sharp today.
Definitely cooking up a storm. Ellerby now with the ball. Trying to direct traffic. Puts over to Pranger. Pranger kicks it over to Billingsley, and that's Billingsley with a layup. Now ball in the hands of Lampman. Over to Golke. Golke with a shot. It's off the backboard. Over back to Golke. Over to Lampman. Lampman. Over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones. Pass it over to Townsend. Townsend over to Lampman. Lampman trying to get around. Lampman with a shot. And it's off. Now in the hands of Billingsley.
Yeah, it looks like Oakland's just been settling for threes lately within the last 3 possessions, and can't have that right now.
Not at all. Now in the hands of Ellerby. Over to Billingsley. Billingsley with the layup.
With 1:16 left in the first half there, Oakland, we got to go back to playing our solid basketball that worked early on in the first half. So
Lampman with the ball. Kicks over to Townsend. Townsend puts it up. It's off. Taken back by Billingsley. Over to a cuff. Over to Pranger. Pranger looking to pass it over. That ball's out of bounds. It's off.
Yeah, good defense there to prevent the pass from getting there. If the pass got there, I believe that would have been a 3 there. That would have brought the game within 3 with 49 seconds left in the first half.
32 and 26. Right now. Then we have Billingsley with the ball over to a cuff. A cuff with the shot. And it's off. That looked like it was a foul on a cuff by Lampman.
Yeah, Lampman just got a little too close there on the curl that a cuff made to come off to get that mid-range shot and almost went in, but Lampman just landed in his landing space there and not giving him enough room, and the ref saw that and looked like a cuff there, tweaked his ankle a little bit as he came down, but bounced right back up.
Cuff with the free throw, and first one's good. See, these are easy points, as you were saying before. The more fouls you get, the more easy opportunities at single points you can get.
Yeah, and the Eastern's slowly been chipping away at that lead. Right now they're down 4 now with the second make by a cuff right now. Down 4, but a cuff has been getting to the line, chipping away at this lead. And, at one point it was 11.
DQ Cole over to Golke. Golke over to Lampman. Over to Townsend. Townsend with the ball. Pushes over. Puts it up. Good layup by Townsend.
Yeah, that was a good tough shot by Townsend there.
6-point lead by the Golden Grizzlies, 34-28. The cuff walks down the court.
Looking at the last possession here.
Looking to run out the court here. Run out the clock. It's over to Billingsley. Cuff with the shot. And that is a very clean long-range 3 to end off the first half. A cuff with a great shot there.
Again, that was a great defense by Oakland there. 2 defenders on both sides, the left and the right side of a cuff. Ball just went up and was just great shot there by a cuff. And great defense, but better offense by a cuff.
Absolutely, I agree. We're going to send it back to Harjun in the studio, where we will come back for the second half of this basketball game of the Eagles versus the Golden Grizzlies.
Thank you, Joey, and thank you, Justin. Welcome into the Golden Grizzlies halftime show, presented by WXOU. Oakland Golden Grizzlies currently lead the Eastern Michigan Eagles 34-31 at the half. Leading scorers for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies are Trey Townsend with 9. He shot 4 for 7. He's gone 1 for 2 from the line. He's also the team's rebounding leader with 5. Not far behind him is Jack Golke with 8 points. He has gone 2 for 3 exclusively from beyond the arc, and he's also made both of his free throws. For the Eastern Michigan Eagles, Tyson A. Cuff leads the scoring. He was held to 1 for 8 before making a three-pointer to push his total over double digits. He has gotten his points mostly from the free throw stripe. He has gone 7 for 7. Oakland had a little bit of a scare there at the end. They gave up a an 11-point lead. The lead is now 3 going into the second half. We'll be right back with second half action here on WXOU. Stay tuned.
Wow, this music is out of this universe. This is the best radio station I've ever listened to in the entire intergalactic sphere.
You're right. This music is incredible. What station is it called?
88.3 WXOU in Auburn Hills, Michigan.
You're listening to Golden Grizzlies basketball on 88.3 FM WXOU.
Welcome back, everybody. We're listening again to 88.3 FM on WXOU Radio. We're back here for the second half of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies taking on the Eastern Michigan University Eagles. We are here again in the George Gervin Game Above Center in the Ben Braun Court. As we near the end of this halftime, we have Townsend and Conway on the court here. With Eagles coming back on the court. We're going to have Golke with the passing ball for Oakland.
Oakland's missing one on the... Oh, never mind. They're missing Rocky. Oh, never mind.
Couple people sweeping up here. Whistle's blown. Golke over to Rocket Watts. Watts now moving here. Looking to throw it. Trying to put it over. Puts it over to Townsend. Townsend now with the ball moving on the right side. Over to Conway. Conway with the ball. Puts it up. And that's good to start off the first 2 points of this second half.
Again, Conway doing again what he did so well in the first half, which was boxing out the defender, not letting him get around, and got an up and under layup.
Over to Onyek. Over to the Eastern player. Back over to Onyek. Ellerbe now with the ball. I'm going to pass it over. Pass it over to a Cuff. Or a Cuff. My apologies. A Cuff with a shot. It's off. Now we have Conway with the ball. Pass it over to Rocket Watts. Rocket Watts moving down the court now. Rocket Watts over to Isaiah Jones. Kicks over to Golke. Golke with a shot. Golke with the three. And that's good.
Another three by Golke. Golden Grizzlies lead by 8.
Ellerbe with the ball now. Ellerbe throws it over to Arnie Osoniak. Now it's over to a Cuff. Cuff shoots it over to number 6, Ellerbe. Ellerbe puts it over. Back over to Ellerbe. Over to Jihad. Jihad with a shot. It's good. A good 2 for Eastern. Now we have Watts with the ball. Over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones over to Watts. Watts looking to form a plan here. Rocket Watts trying to get around here. Over to Townsend. Townsend over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones over to Golke. Golke with the shot. And it's off. Down the hands of Ellerbe. Passes it over to a Cuff. A Cuff moving down with the shot. It's off. Be a foul there.
Again, that was great execution by Golke to come off that elevator screen that they had set there and came up. Good follow through, good kickback. Faded away just a little bit. Maybe took a little bit off of it, but again, it was a great execution of the play they had ran up. It just didn't fall this time.
Rocket Watts moving down the court now, faced with Ellersby. Then we have trying to find a man. Tried passing over to Golke. And Golke just wasn't there. That'll be a passing ball for Eastern.
Yeah, Rocket Watts there with the turnover and leads to Coach Camping subbing in Lampman in for Rocket Watts.
We have Martinov with the passing ball over to Ellersby. Or Ellerby. Over to Soniak. Soniak over to Cuff. Cuff over to Jihad. Back over to a Cuff. Back over to Jihad. Now on the nameplate here, not getting any closer to the rim. Caught the ball there, Ellerby. Ellerby over to Martinov. Martinov trying to push in. And that'll be a foul called. We have the coach here for Eastern yelling at Martinov, saying, why would you run at him? It'll be a passing ball for Eastern here. Eastern over to number 44, over to Jihad. Jihad with the ball. Pass it over to Cuff. A Cuff in the corner. Moves over. Big pass. Another big pass. And that's off. The ball's down in the hands of Lampman. Lampman now moving down the court. Lampman over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones with the ball trying to find a man. And that's a whistle blown.
I like the setup right here that Oakland is trying to run. What they're trying to do is get the mismatch on Conway so that he can have an easier time. Again, dish the ball inside, have an easier time to do a little shimmy, 1-2, and then go up with the lay.
Now we have Landman with the passing ball. They're doing pretty good this game. That'll be a quick layup for Townsend. 41-33 favoring Oakland.
Yeah, that was barbecue chicken all day. Bodied him with the shoulder, dropped the shoulder a little bit there, just bullied him. And an easy layup there for Townsend.
Absolutely. We have over to Ellerby. Ellerby with the layup. And it's good for Ellerby.
Oakland's getting a little too lax right now on defense, allowing that ball to get right in the middle. Again, they broke it 3 times consecutively and scored all 3 times.
Townsend over to Conway. Conway with the layup. And it's good.
Good, easy layup for Conway. Again, getting the ball into the middle is key here.
Ellerby
Oakland
throws it over to Billingsley. Billingsley with the ball. Pushes it over to the far corner with Jihad. Jihad with the shot. It's off on Jihad. Ellerby gets, see there's a foul called there. 16 minutes left in this game. Plenty of time left on the clock. 43-35.
You know, what I've seen so far right now is that Oakland is doing a great job controlling the game offensively and defensively. And, of course, that's leading to many inside points, which are coming easy for Conway, easy for Jones. And they need to continue to keep putting the ball inside because Eastern hasn't found a way to stop that. If they haven't found a way to stop it, keep running the same set, running the same play over and over again until they make you come out of it. And Eastern hasn't adapted that. So I like the way offensively Oakland has been playing tonight.
I also like what I'm seeing here. Little knock on wood here. But, you know, we've seen in past games that Oakland has done really well. A little pause here. Someone proposed here today.
She said yes.
And she said
yes.
Marriage proposal here. This game. Such a beautiful thing to see that. And wish the best of luck for them.
Yeah, I love it. Love
to see it. Yeah, absolutely love to see it. Moving back into this game, as I was saying before, we had some marital pause there. As I've said, as we've seen in past games, Oakland does have this tendency to do really good in the first half, but then drop off in the second half. And, of course, I hope we do not see that here for Oakland Golden Grizzlies. They have this lead here, and they definitely want to keep that if they want to get this game done and over with and take home this dub.
Yeah, and that's normal in sports, right?
Right.
Normal in sports, you're up in the first half, going into halftime. Then the second half, you come in playing a little lax. You've lost that edge a little bit, and it doesn't really kick in until that game starts to really get close. And Oakland's, like I said before, Oakland has been allowing the ball to get inside just a little bit too much right now in the second half. Again, we're only 4 minutes in, so that's going to change here coming after this timeout is what we're looking to see right here. And go back to playing the high-intensity defense they were playing back in the first half that led to so many steals, led to so many fast break points, led to 3 points by Jack Golke, led to dunks by Trey Townsend, led to dunks by everybody on the team was getting their fair share of touching the ball and getting a chance to score the ball, when great defense is being played. Hopefully they bring that back. Hopefully they bring that back coming right at this timeout right now.
I agree. Rearing here. Now we have a quick steal by Lampman with the ball. It's out of bounds.
Again, that's great defense. Seeing that Jihad was not focused on his surroundings and Lampman went in with the strip. Fortunately, couldn't hold on to the ball and it went out of bounds. So it's now Oakland ball, a cuff passing it into Jihad and back to a cuff.
A cuff now. Now in the center. Passes it over to number 6. Pass it over to Jihad. Jihad with the ball now. Puts it up. And it's good for the 2. Have Golke pushing down over to Lampman. Lampman now in the center of the court. Push over to the right wing. Push back over to the left. Trying to find a man here. Over deep left. Over here to Townsend. Townsend trying to put it up. And that's a good layup for Townsend.
Mouse in the house right there. Said Trey Townsend. Yeah, that was a great setup by Lampman. Came down, directed traffic, isolated Townsend, dished the ball down to Townsend. Townsend backed him in. Spun inside, got the up and under, fouled him on his right shoulder, and went up for the layup again. Great poise. Offensively, Oakland has been doing a great job in controlling the tempo here. And that's what we love to see.
Going to be Townsend with the sunken free throw there. Now in the hands of Ellerby for the Eagles. Pushing down the right side of the court in the Grizzly territory. Over to Billingsley. Billingsley back over to Ellerby. Over to number 44, over to Jihad. Jihad with the shot in the corner. Now we've seen in other games that corner has been a really bad thing for the Grizzlies. Really undefended, but it seems like they've been able to lock it down this game.
Yeah, and it's just been really, again, it's not a knock to Eastern's game. They've been getting good looks, but a better defense by Oakland.
Ball now in the hands of Ellerby off a missed Golke shot. Cuff over to number 44, Soniak. Soniak over to Jihad. Jihad with the layup. And it's good.
And that was a nice body by Jihad there.
We have Lampman pushes it over to Townsend. Townsend now deep in the paint. Lampman with a corner shot here. It's off. DQ looking to put it back up. The ball's put over. Navalura with the ball. Pushes it over to Townsend. Townsend puts it up. That's good. And that's just great rebound. Great defensive rebound there by DQ Cole.
Yeah, it was great defense. That all came off of DQ Cole's second chance opportunity there. Again, from DQ Cole to Nathan LaRue to then back to Townsend for the layup.
Now in the hands of a cuff. Pushes over to number 6. The shot there. That'd be DQ Cole now with the ball. Pushing over into Eagles side. Eagles trying to defend Townsend. Lampman with the ball over to DQ. DQ. Townsend now with the ball. It's foul there, it looks like.
Again, what we're seeing right now from Eastern is they're sending 2 every single time Townsend touches the ball, which led to that great kick out from Townsend to DQ Cole, which set then another pass up to Townsend. Townsend using his great build, initiating contact, and now has 2 shots at the free throw line.
Absolutely, Townsend. Now at the stripe. Puts it up. It's good for that free throw. The second shot here. Oakland now on a 10-point lead with 49-39. Maybe they can put it up to an 11-point lead. Townsend sinks this free throw here. Townsend puts it up. And it's off. The lead will remain at 10 for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, now in the hands of a cuff. A cuff. Looking for someone to throw it to. Over to Ellerby. Ellerby. Over to Osoniak. Back over to Ellerby. Ellerby now with the ball over to Osoniak. Back over. And now in the hands of the Golden Grizzlies. Lampman pushed it over to Townsend. And that ball is dogpiled on the Townsend.
Calling it a jump ball there. And again, Eastern is sending 2 every single time Townsend touches the ball there. Every time he touches the ball, they're sending 2. Another person is open. Again, great court awareness by Townsend to try to kick the ball out, but just couldn't get out of there in time and led to a dog fight over the ball in Eastern's possession right now.
Ball now in the hands of a cuff passed in. Ellerby, or my apologies, Jeter. Now in the hands of Ellerby. Over to Pranger. Going to pass it to someone. Pass it over number 4. Ball's taken by the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, but the whistle's blown.
They called a kick ball there on Lampman there. But again, Oakland is doing a great job defensively. I've been saying this all night. Defensively, offensively, they've been playing excellent on both ends of the court. Defensively, and Lampman again with his hand in a cookie jar, coming away with a cookie.
Naiva Larua there taking that ball out. As you're saying, just great defense we've seen all game.
Great defense we've seen all game. Lampman, again, his second game coming back from injury. He's looking really great out here. Naiva Larua has been looking great, rebounding the ball. Great court awareness to know where the ball is at all times, to help with the steals and the rebounds. Great all-around game right now for Oakland.
Ball's down in the hands of Conway. Conway pushing deep into the paint, under the backboard, and it's in.
Good body by Conway there on Jihad.
51-39, favoring the Golden Grizzlies. Ball looks like it's put up and is rebounded by Naiva Larua. I've said this before in previous games. Naiva Larua has a really good rebound game. Ball passed over. Naiva Larua over to Lampman. Lampman over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole, the wide open shot. And it manages to find itself into the net.
Gets the shooter's touch there by DQ Cole. Wow, and we're loving the game right now. Timeout called right now by the Eagles. 54-39 with 12:16 left in the second half. Great offense and defense by Oakland. They're playing an excellent game tonight all the way around. Nothing bad to say. Nothing to critique, honestly. They've been playing their style of basketball all night, getting whatever they want all night long. And that's what you do. When you've been playing your brand of basketball, come up with a lead. Not folding into the defense. Again, if you don't fold into the defense, you can play however you want to play. And that's what Oakland's been doing tonight, and we like to see that.
Some word from our fellow WXOU shows. We have the Blue Ski Mask Show, Mondays from 2 to 3 p.m. Tune in to Mondays at 2 p.m. for the ultimate radio show for Detroit football and basketball aficionados. Join Oakland Post sports editor Brock Hellig and sports reporter Kurt Szymanski as they take on an exhilarating ride through the world of the Detroit Lions and Detroit Pistons. Get ready for in-depth analysis, player spotlights, game reviews, and expert insights, all centered around the NFL and NBA action in the Motor City. We have a friendly game here on the court.
Yeah, it looks like they're throwing little water balloons into the basket, and who's catching them, but somebody just lost all their balloons out the basket.
Love seeing little fun games like this in between these breaks here.
Yeah.
But back to what we were saying, you know, we've seen great play by just the Grizzlies in general. Team leader in points right now is Townsend on the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. And for the Eagles, 12 by Yusuf Jihad.
Yeah, Oakland right now shooting 66% from the field. They're getting whatever look they want right now from the field, and it's paying off right now with this lead. It's an excellent lead right now. Again, if you're Oakland, you can't get laxed here. You got to keep putting your foot on the pedal, keep extending this lead, put your foot on their necks. Let's end this game and let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home with a victory tonight. Let's move above 500.
I agree. You know, what I've seen is just great sportsmanship. I've seen a lot of, like I said before, improvement by the Grizzlies. And hopefully take home this win here as we get into the last 10 minutes. Well, rearing the last 10 minutes.
Right.
12 on the clock right now.
Right. Like Coach Campy's going to stick with the lineup he had out there before with Conway, Jones, Naval LaRue, Cole, and Lampman out there. Lampman's been looking really sharp all night. And we love to see that from Lampman. You know, after battling that injury, he came back, and he's looking very sharp. A great addition to the team here. Great spark coming off the bench, but he's been getting quality minutes tonight. And he's been showing up and showing out offensively and defensively.
Now in the hands of Ellerby for the Eagles. Pass it over to Jihad. Jihad now in the corner of front of the paint. Back over to Jihad. Jihad with a shot. And that's a wide open three for Jihad. 54-42 favoring Oakland right now. Still a big lead.
Yeah, they still got the lead. They're still up 12.
DQ Cole over Naval LaRue with the easy layup there. 56-42.
DQ Cole was trying to set up that alley-oop for Naval LaRue, but it was just a little too far for Naval LaRue.
Absolutely over in the hands of Jihad with another shot. He misses that one. Now we have Julius Ellerby over to Prager. Prager with a shot. It's off. Now in the hands of Lampman. Moving down the right side of the Eagles territory court. All right, DQ Cole with the ball. Back over to Lampman. Lampman pushing around the side of the court. Over to Naval LaRue. Shot by DQ Cole. It's off. Taken back by Martinov. Over in the corner of Pranger. Ball's taken by DQ Cole. DQ Cole looking to get a slam dunk. And it's a layup there.
And DQ Cole didn't have the legs to get up there.
Didn't quite have the leg, but a little flick of the wrist there.
Yeah, nevertheless, still got the steal. Great defense by Oakland there to get the steal and the layup.
Defense has been the star thing for the Oakland Grizzlies throughout this game. Pass over to Cuff. Cuff now with the ball. Over to Ellerby, but Ellerby looks like he got fouled there. Caused a foul.
Yeah, it looks like the call was there on Naval LaRue there, and it's just been a great game. I can't say too much about this game. Can you? I just can't say too much. It's really been a great all-around game, offensively and defensively from Oakland, and that's what we love to see right now. Got the cheerleaders out here doing cartwheels and backflips and ring around the rosies and all of that good stuff out here.
All right. We're going to send it back to Harjun in the studio. We'll come back after this media timeout. We're back, everybody, after that media timeout. Leading into 10 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game. 58-42, favoring the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Players coming back on the court here.
And it's been a great defensive game. If you're just tuning in, you've been missing out on a great game all around from Oakland. Offensively, Lampman has been doing a great job. Everybody's been doing a great job offensively and defensively. It's just been a great all-around game. And another steal right there by Oakland.
Lampman now with the ball. Trying to put it up over to Conway. Goalkeeper with the shot in the corner. Rings out. Taken back by Townsend. Over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole now with the ball. Back over to Lampman. Back over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole looking to see who he's going to pass it to here. That's over to Golke in the corner. That shot's off. His back foot was over the line there.
Great setup there by Oakland to get Golke the second chance shot there.
Steals. That was a really good steal by DQ Cole there.
Yeah.
Lampman just didn't have the speed there to get to the net before.
Right, yeah. But it was a great awareness to kick it out to Conway before, that ended up in turnover.
Now it's over in Lampman's hands. Lampman. Look at who's going to pass it to. Lampman passes the ball over to DQ Cole, over to Conway. Conway misses it. Down the hands of Servin. Over to a Cuff. A Cuff over to the corner to Servin. I believe that will be a foul.
DQ Cole there.
We'll have sub in for Osei Price for Lampman. That'll be a passing ball for number 6, Julius Ellerby. Over in the hands of Martinoff. Back over to Ellerby. Over to number 5. Over to Jihad. Golke takes the ball. DQ Cole now with the ball. Into a defense, and has a layup for DQ Cole.
Good layup.
Good layup there by DQ Cole. Now in the hands of Cuff.
Oakland's been doing a great job shutting down a Cuff this second half. He's had a very quiet second half.
Cuff. That looks like Julius Ellerby with the layup there. 60-42, favoring the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Now, if you're the Eagles here, you just want to make sure that you fix your offense here, because all these strips, all these steals have been just killing the Eagles here.
Yeah, being careless with the ball can lead to a deficit, and that's what Eastern is facing right now. Again, Oakland grabbing DQ Cole with the rebound off the missed free throw there.
Ellerby misses that free throw now in the hands of DQ Cole on the left wing side of Eagles territory. Over to Golke, over to Osei Price. Osei Price back over to Golke. Golke, somewhere to shoot. Shoots it over to Conway. Conway looking for something here. Townsend with a slam dunk, hanging on the rim there.
He tried to bring down the rim on that one there. He's laughing too.
Absolutely. A Cuff now with the ball. Shoots it over to Ellerby. Ellerby now looking for a man to throw it over to Servin in the corner. Servin. Pass it all the way over to Jihad. Jihad pushes deep in. Puts up the layup, and it misses just short of the rim. Golke now pushing down the side. Osei Price. Look to put it up. Whistle was blown.
Yeah, good attack by Osei Price. I'm sorry. Osei Price. Good attack by him.
As you were saying, just really good aggression you've seen from the Golden Grizzlies. Osei Price here with the free throw.
I mean, Oakland's been looking really well tonight, and they should have come out with this win tonight. Knock on the wood there, 1-2. Hopefully, they come away with the win. They've played too well not to come home with the win. Offensively and defensively, I can't say anything wrong about anything to critique about Oakland tonight. They've just been playing excellent basketball, playing their style, playing their pace, getting what they want. And that's ultimately how you do it when you come into somebody else's house. You rob them of their stuff.
Showing out big here at the Game Above Center. Over to Servin. Back over to Osoniak. Over to Servin again. Over to a Cuff. A Cuff with a shot. And it's off. Over now in the hands of Townsend.
Good contest there by Rogers.
Now we got Rogers now subbed in. Ball's heavily contested. Now in the hands of Eastern. Osoniak looking to put it up. Puts it up. And it's off. Now back in the hands of Osoniak. Yeah, we've seen a lot of just great play here.
Yeah, Eastern's been scoreless for the last 2 minutes now, and Rogers here with the ball.
Rogers shoots it over to Conway. Conway shoots it over to Golke. Over to Osei Price. Osei Price with a shot, and it's good. That three is sunk for Osei Price.
22-point lead right now for the Grizzlies with 7 minutes left. They've been playing an excellent style of basketball tonight.
Down in the corner with Jihad. Jihad with an easy 2. There we have Rodgers here with the ball. Push over to the left-hand side. Looking for a man to shoot it to. Pushes it over to Conway. Conway with the ball. Over to Osei Price. Price over to Golkey. Golkey looking to direct traffic here. Golkey. Going to pass it over to Rodgers. Rodgers over to Price. Price pushing down in the deep. And it rolls into the net.
Osei Price coming alive here tonight. 6 points right now coming off the bench.
Hard hit for a cuff there. Ball's now in the hands of Jihad over in the paint. Jihad puts it up. And it's a good 2 for the Eastern Eagles. You have Golkey with the ball now. That was a timeout called.
20-point lead right now for Oakland. 68-48 with 5:59 in the second period.
Golden.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you've missed an excellent basketball game, offensively and defensively from Oakland. And I keep saying it because it's really been a great game all around. All around. Everybody's been touching the ball. Everybody's, have had their fair chance to score. It's just been a great game. Can't say anything bad about this game tonight.
Not at all. We are now going to pass it over Harjun in the studio for this here media timeout. We will see you back for the last 6 minutes of this wonderful game of the Golden Grizzlies versus the Eagles. Hello, everybody. We are back for the last 6 minutes of this wonderful game for the Golden Grizzlies. 68-48 favoring the Grizzlies right now. Just great defense, great just all-in-all basketball that we've seen from the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, it's been a great style of basketball. Trey Townsend with 19 points, shooting 8 from 11 from the field. The whole team in itself is shooting well above 50%. And that, as a coach, you have to love what your team has been able to do tonight.
DQ Cole now with the ball, pushing over to Townsend in the paint. Townsend over to Osei Price, back over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with a shot. And it's off. Ivalura looking to get it back. Vachad taking it back and pass it over to Ellerby. Ellerby over to a cuff. A cuff now met up with DQ Cole. Passes it over. Number 44, Soniek. Over to Ellerby looking for that slam dunk. We didn't quite get it there. Now we have Osei Price pushing down. DQ Cole without the ball. Over to Lampman. Over to DQ Cole. Over to Townsend. Over to Nivalarua. And that is a slam dunk for Nivalarua.
Had a quiet game so far. He was bound to get a dunk eventually.
Just has great hops.
Yeah, he does. It's amazing.
Soniek with the layup. Misses. Ball now in the hands of Lampman. Lampman pushing down over to DQ Cole with the right wing. We have DQ Cole now. Passing over to Nivalarua. Nivalarua over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with the layup, and it's good.
And the foul. Good take. Strong take there by DQ Cole.
Now we score 72-48 favoring the Golden Grizzlies.
Well, DQ Cole's been having a great game so far. We got 11 points, 5 for 10 from the field. You can't ask for a better game. As a player, as a coach, you can't ask for a better game from a player than DQ Cole, then Trey Townsend, then your overall team in general. Shooting 50% from the field is not easy in basketball. But the fact they've been able to do it all game, it's just astonishing.
You have a cuff over to Jihad. Back over to a cuff. A cuff with a shot. And it's off. Now will be whistle blown for a foul, I believe. That will be
his third, I believe. That's DQ Cole's third.
Lines up on the stripe for his free throw opportunities here.
You've been able to shut down a Cuff for the whole second half. Sometimes you just got to let that shot just go. You know, he hasn't had a really big second half. He had a very amazing first half from a Cuff. Second half, he's been very quiet. You got to sometimes just let that shot just go and just live and die by that three right there.
He takes those first 2 free throws. It's one more here. Puts the ball up. And those are 3 straight free throws that he's made. Score now 71-51. Still a big gap that the Eagles need to fill. DQ Cole pushing down the court here. DQ Cole throws it over to Townsend. Townsend out the ball. Townsend pushes in. It's off.
Townsend's been drawing a lot of attention, getting fouls. Again, like I said earlier in the broadcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen, drawing fouls was going to be key for this game for Oakland to redeem the lackluster of free throws that they were able to get the other night to pull out the victory against Toledo. Townsend with the miss.
Now in the hands of a Cuff. Now over to Ellerby, over to Jihad, or back over to Jeter, I believe. And that was a good 2 by Jeter.
Looks like they were trying to travel on DQ Cole there. And we're going to stay here as we have a media timeout. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. But you've missed out on a great game, excellent game from the Oakland Grizzlies. Again, we wish this was a home game, because if this was a home game, we for sure will be trying to get some Buddy's Pizza tonight. But we're not at home right now. We're in opposing territory tonight. And they came in and they robbed Eastern of everything they had in their house. And we love it. We loved it. We took everything. Took the food, took the milk, the cereal, the cookies, everything. Great defense all the way around. Blake Lampman having his second great game, coming back from injury. Again, great defensively, great offensively. He's been conducting traffic, having his hand in the cookie jar, coming with a number amount of steals. Everybody's had their fair share of scoring. Everybody's had their fair share of just being involved. And we love to see that as a team. And as a coach, you just can't ask for anything better. We just love it. You can't ask for anything better than that. It looks like
and we are going to pass it over to Harjun in the studio, where we come back for this game. Last 4 minutes of this game.
Right out of the inbound. Can't have a foul right out of the inbound.
Not at all. Now would be passing ball for a Cuff.
Yeah, I think they called the foul on Osei Price there. I think that's his first foul of the night. But Osei Price has had a great game coming off the bench.
Absolutely.
Had a missed free throw, made his second free throw, had a 3, had a layup. Like, Osei Price has been having a great game tonight as well. Again, coming off the bench, 6 points, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 3-pointer, like I said. Just had overall a great game. Overall, you can't ask for anything from a better. If you're coming off the bench, you're being patient until your name is called, and you're playing your style of basketball. And Eastern's been letting Osei Price and the rest of Oakland to have their way.
Yeah, Jeter there with the free throw made. Now we have DQ Cole moving down the court. Met him with a Cuff. Shoots it over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones trying to get around over to Price. Price moves it down over to DQ Cole. DQ Cole with the ball. Shoots it over to Nivalura. Nivalura with a shot. It's off into the hands of a Cuff. A Cuff now. Moving to the right side of the court. Now on the right wing. Shoots it up. And that's a sunk 3 for a Cuff.
Like we got an injury timeout for Martinov. Didn't quite see exactly what he hit or, what happened exactly. But
I was totally unaware of what happened to him.
It looks like we got an injury timeout there. So.
Yeah, but Besides that, we've seen just, it's been pretty good. I've seen some good shots on either side. Of course, a Cuff made that good three there. He's made a couple of those this game.
Yeah, he's made a couple of those, but had a very quiet second half. Again, Oakland's been doing a great job shutting him down as their top leading scorer on the team. The only player on their team actually in double-digit points. So if you take him out of the game, you really have to make somebody else step up and play their brand of basketball. And so far, nobody in Eastern has been able to step up tonight. Oakland's been doing a great job offensively and defensively, shutting down both sides of the game, both sides of the court. Can't ask for a better game if I'm Coach Campy. If I'm Coach Campy, I'm taking the guys out for some pizza. I don't know. Maybe not pizza. I don't know. Maybe some chicken. I don't know. Some lemon pepper seasoning from Captain J's. If none of you guys know what Captain J's is about, you guys got to go try some fried chicken from Captain J's with some lemon pepper seasoning on there. It's real good stuff.
Yeah, Captain J's is definitely a good place to eat for me, at least.
You put the lemon pepper seasoning on the fries, that's just so good. You put it with the ketchup, and it's nice and hot. You can't ask nothing better than that. It's just really good stuff. But
seeing definitely some great playing here.
Yeah, we've seen.
I'd compare the Golden Grizzlies to a lemon pepper wing. Just delicious. This is what I'm seeing. A lot of good.
Yeah, we've seen a very wonderful game. Again, it's been great.
3 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock. Now, we got some word from the coach.
Yeah, it looks like the ref was saying they were trying to see if it was potential for a flagrant foul that happened on Martinov, because it happened in the face above the shoulder region on Martinov, and looks like they didn't find anything to qualify it as a flagrant foul there. So Oakland is going to inbound the ball right now.
Golke with the passing ball. Passes it over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones now moving down the court. Isaiah Jones. The referee has ruled that as accidental. Isaiah Jones over to Townsend. Townsend trying to get some paint play here. Lampman. And that ball was not passed to anyone, really. Looked like he was trying to get past to Townsend, but Townsend just was not there. Now in the hands of a Cuff. Cuff moving down the court here. Over to Ellerby. Over to Jihad. Jihad with the layup. Not the layup, the shot. There in the paint.
Jihad's also had a great game alongside with the Cuff. Just isn't enough to close this deficit for Eastern.
12-point deficit here. Lampman with the ball here. To the left side. Shoots it over to Golke. Golke with a shot. It's off.
Just barely skims the rim on that.
That ball is out of bounds.
I think it's going to stay Oakland ball. And it is going to stay Oakland ball. Looks like Lampman is going to take it out.
Lampman with the passing ball. Pass it over to Townsend. Townsend now trying to push under the rim here. Trying to put it up over to Golke. Golke with a shot. And it's off. Now in the hands of Townsend. Off the rebound, Lampman now. Now there's a ball next to the faceplate here. Townsend pushes in the paint. Townsend shoots it over at Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones with a deep shoulder to Jeter. But it's rebounded by the Eagles. Eagles now moving down. A Cuff. The ball. A Cuff over to Jihad. Jihad kicks it over to a Cuff. 2-minute warning now. Now over in the hands of Ellerby. Ellerby over to a Cuff. Cuff pushing down the right side of the paint with a shot. And it's good.
Cuff's been slowly coming back alive the second half. A little too late now if you're Eastern, but we'll take it if we're Oakland.
It's going to take a miracle for the Eagles to come back from this. Isaiah Jones with the ball over to Golke. Golke back over to Jones.
Right now
he has a Conway. And that's a really easy layup there for Isaiah Jones.
Yeah, that was a very easy layup. Oakland is there playing keep away for a minute, but, Isaiah Jones was able to cut and get an easy layup.
And Ellerby with the ball over to Jihad. Over to his first, Javante Randall. First court appearance by Randall this game. We have a passing ball, I believe. Or no, a free throw for Javante Randall. Randall, they'll line up on the stripe, puts the ball up, and it's off. Now, it's another shot here. 74-62. 1 minute left in this game. Randall puts the second shot up, and it's good for Randall. 74-63 here. As we're the 1 minute left in this game. Over to Lampman. Lampman now with the ball. Lampman now. We're going to shoot it over. Lampman runs it up. And shoots it over to Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones, miscommunication there. Townsend puts the ball up, and that layup is good for Townsend. Oh, I believe it's not good. Oh, it is good.
Great move there by Townsend. Townsend has that signature. Get it right on the block. Feel the man. Feel him where he's at on his back. Once you feel him right on the back, you got two ways to go. Either go towards the baseline or you can cut back towards the middle. And Townsend can go either way, and he's been having his way with that hook shot of his. Again, he's having a great game. 21 points, 9 of 12 from the field, 3 for 6 from the free throw line. You know, he's had a great game tonight, and offensively and defensively. You know, he had his fair share of steals. The team overall has had 10 steals. You know, great game offensively and defensively from everybody if you're Oakland.
77-63. Pushes over to Jeter. Over to Ellerby, over to a Cuff. A Cuff loses the ball. Almost loses the ball, I mean. Tries to push through. Now they hands a DQ Cole. DQ Cole running it up. Wilkie slides down the court there. DQ Cole. Over to Townsend. Townsend taking it out. Looked like Ellerby was going to go for a steal there. Golke out the ball. Runs around with the ball, trying to wear it out. And that will be near the end for here. 77-63 in the Eagles' own home. The Ben Braun Court in the George Gervin Game Above Center. Great game here. Great story here. Just great play here by the Golden Grizzlies.
Great overall, you know, just like Joey said, great overall game by Oakland. Eastern played, it was a great contested game in the first half, but Oakland, you know, like we heard from Coach Campy many times after previous other games, you know, those first 4 minutes after in the second half are crucial to Oakland because we know that Oakland can get lax, and they showed out in the first 4 minutes of this game that, hey, you know, we're here. We're going to run in your house. We're going to take everything you got, your clothes, your food. We're going to take it all. And it's exactly what they did. They shut down their leading scorer, Cuff. They had Jihad. Jihad had a great game. You know, 16 points, had a great game. It was just overall a great game tonight.
You know, you just love to see a good win for the Golden Grizzlies. And you just love to see a good competition here. The Grizzlies coming off that loss streak. They really needed this win.
They really did, yep. Now they advanced to 6-5. You know, we look forward to the next game, which is Michigan State on the 18th. So if you can, we would like to appreciate you. We'd like everybody to come on out to the Michigan State game. Again, 7 o'clock on the dot. You know, I'll be there. You know, your boy Jay Sheapperd will be there. It's just going to be a wonderful game tonight up in East Lansing. So hopefully you guys can make that game. Again, 77-63 was your final score tonight. Great game overall if you're Oakland. Coach Campy, he's excited. I see him smiling right now. He's talking to ESPN right now. He's just very excited right now. And we're excited that we get to go in the finals with a good win, get into the win column, 6-5 of the year. Again, Coach Campy's in his 40th season. And let's have a great 40th season for Coach Campy, and let's make it a memorable one.
Absolutely. And remember, if you want to listen to that game, Michigan State game, tune in to 88.3 FM, WXOU Radio, based in Auburn Hills, Michigan. We've been Joey Hayes on play-by-play alongside Justin Sheapperd on color. And this has been the story of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies versus the Eastern Eagles. Have a good night.
Welcome in to the Golden Grizzlies postgame show. You are listening to 88.3 FM WXOU. Oakland wins a big one over the Eastern Michigan Eagles, snapping a 2-game losing streak. I am joined by Giovanni Mosheri, sports media director here at WXOU. Thank you for joining me, Giovanni.
Absolutely. Glad to be here in the postgame, especially after a big win like that.
Absolutely, and this is such a different game from the one that you and I called last year, where, it was Superman and his sidekick, Imani Bates, Noah Farrakhan came down to the wire, went to overtime. Very different story here tonight.
Definitely. And, the Eastern Michigan Eagles not having those guys obviously made a huge difference for that team. And with that, the Golden Grizzlies, even though they lost one of their star players in Jalen Moore, they have done a great job in rebuilding and, keeping themselves afloat amidst losing one of your, historically great players on a team. They loaded up with Baru Naivalurua. They loaded up with all these different guys. I could go on, DQ, Kojak, Golke, all these guys have made a big contribution to this team and have been really proven to be worthy of that starting role in the Campy's squad.
Yeah, Trey Townsend led the scoring again with 22. Just, you've broadcasted several of his games. Take us through his impact, man.
This is basically just business as usual for Trey Townsend. He's gone through a couple of tough games now because I would imagine that teams are now focusing on Trey Townsend. He scored 28, 7, and 6. Against Xavier in that big national television win. So he's definitely put a target on his back with that kind of big scale, big audience performance. So past couple of games teams have really been clogging the paint, making sure him and Chris Conway can't get going the way that they want to. But what a great way to get back into, business as usual with 22 points, 9 of 12, and 4 of 7 from the stripe. I mean, that's pure Trey Townsend.
Yeah, and after 2 really bad losses, one to Purdue Fort Wayne where they were shooting essentially lights out, and another to Toledo where Oakland had slow starts in both the first and the second half. You got to think that this is a huge confidence booster for their season, right?
Definitely. Whenever you have a game like that, and Purdue Fort Wayne, Campy said he's throwing the tape out. That game was otherworldly. He's never seen a performance like that in the arena. He called it the greatest performance a team has ever come into the arena and do. So that game, he's kind of try to watch that out and not worry about it. But Toledo, that one stung because Oakland, they had a lead going into halftime, but it was bigger before Toledo started to get back up and make it within 4. So they kind of slipped up going into halftime. Coming out of halftime, a lot of transition, steals, and layups for the Toledo Rockets. And to finally have this game where you feel like your old self again, you feel like you're in control, and you feel like you can, you're back on track, you're refreshed, and whoosh, it's all gone now. So it's definitely a big confidence booster for the guys. Absolutely.
And it's December 8th. Their next game is December 18th. They're going into the Breslin Center. And, they've completed their MAC fecta. They beat Bowling Green. They had a close one against Toledo. And then they put the foot on the gas against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And now they're about to complete their Big Ten trifecta against the Michigan State Spartans. And you're going to that game.
I can't wait.
We're hoping on some credentials, but the way they played against Ohio State and the way they played against Illinois and the trajectory of Tom Izzo's team may indicate that could this be the year for Oakland?
I want to tell this to the people, and I want to stress this. It is not hyperbole when we say this is probably one of the best chances that Oakland has of taking Michigan State, especially in their house, because usually they alternate between the Breslin Center and Little Caesars Arena. This year, it's 2 in a row at the Breslin Center, but this game this year, this is probably one of the better chances Oakland has. They've rebuilt their roster. They have proven to be to play well and to play close and be very competitive in the MAC, as well as against big teams like Xavier, big programs like that. And Michigan State, they're on a downswing right now. They were predicted to be top 5 in the country. They were predicted 4, and now they're unranked, and it's not looking very good.
Yeah, and if you harken back to last year, they had a pretty lengthy span of time between when they played their last game and when they played Oakland. That's not the case this year. They on Sunday they go to Nebraska. They're facing Keisei Tominaga, and in a really hostile Cornhusker environment. And then they go back to the Breslin Center, but they're hosting number 6 Baylor. on December 16th, and then they have a quick turnaround on Monday to face an upstart Oakland team. I mean, this is not an easy path for Michigan State.
Yeah, you're taking a Michigan State team that's kind of in the middle of a tough schedule, down on their luck, and then they come in on a short day against a Golden Grizzlies team that has had 10 days rest and been able to, just kind of relax, recover a little bit, get finals over with. But you got a much more refreshed and rested Golden Grizzlies team going into the Breslin Center. I'm really looking forward to that game. Everybody here, definitely tune in to WXOU. We got the call for that one, and that this could be a historic game for the Golden Grizzlies program.
Absolutely. I mean, they're 0-20, 0-21 against Michigan State right now. An upstart Oakland team, a downswinging Spartan team. Could this be the year? And your only focus for 10 days is Tom Izzo and beating Tom Izzo and beating Michigan State? Life's good, baby.
And I just want to say this. I've been hearing on other radio stations a quote from a local famous Spartan alumni. He goes on air and he's talking about Tom Izzo's team, and he says, "This team is ass." So take that into consideration. That's what we're going into for this game. So get ready, everybody. Buckle your seatbelts. Get ready for the Golden Grizzlies going into the Spartans and hopefully stealing some cookies out of their cookie jar.
Absolutely. And WXOU's next game is tomorrow, Saturday, December 9th at 2 p.m. You're doing ESPN for that one, Joe.
Big time TV.
But, WXOU is doing their own big production. We're kind of debuting our sideline reporter.
There we go.
We've got Andrew Deacon, our program director, taking photographs. I mean, this is probably going to be one of the biggest broadcasts we have of the year. And the women's team, they're on a little bit of a downswing, and, they have their little losing skid, but hopefully they can turn the tide against a pretty hapless Central Michigan team right now.
Yeah, 1-5, first-year head coach. I mean, if just like the men's team against Eastern Michigan, this is a game that you can kind of wash that bad taste out of your mouth and really get refreshed against a 1-5 Chippewas team. So if there's a time to get back into the swing of things, tomorrow's the time to do that.
Absolutely. Sports Director Harjun Buttar, Sports Media Director Giovanni Mosheri signing off for the Golden Grizzlies postgame show. We'll see you right here tomorrow at 2 o'clock when Oakland takes on Central Michigan. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU.